right, so yeah, today is going to be tricky. This is the first office hours in a while, and it's because we had a baby a month ago. And so we have four older kids, ages 8 and up, and then we have a 2-year-old who is right there, and then a 1-year-old who is over with mom. So this might be a very short office hours today. We'll just see if we can get office hours actually working today. But if you've never been to office hours with me before, this is just your opportunity to ask questions. Yeah, you're gonna hear the baby here too, the 2-year-old. But yeah, so this office hours is you can queue up questions on the Discord, and so I've got a couple questions queued up already. And I give priority to people who are in the Zoom call. So there's a Zoom call that happens as well, and you can join that. And I'll give priority to those. And if we manage to get through all of those and all of the Discord questions, then we can get into chat, live chat and stuff. And we'll just see how long the little one lets me do this. So I might have to abruptly stop. So hold on one second. I'm noticing it could just be on my screen, but it looks like the quality of the stream is really bad. So let me just double check that. I'm not sure what I will do if it lets me do this. Okay, no, it looks just fine. All right, I might have to. That's good. So let's see. Starting with these questions on Discord. We'll go with the oldest. Oh, and also, totally forgot. Live now. Okay. What did you want? You want to play with this? Here you go. And you can play with this. There you go. We've just about exhausted all of my fun things for the kid to play with, so we'll see if we can do this. All right, so we've got, this is the first question. Hold on. Oh, yeah, I think we answered this. Yeah, okay. I think we're good with that. Okay. Aleph, what's up? Let's go answering this now. I can't find good documentation for how to set up i18 in React Router 7. Share demo. Yeah. So I don't have a demo, but I know that Sergio, who's really big in the React Router ecosystem, he's got a solution for this, I think. So let me see if I can find that for you. Sorry, I'm just fixing my standing mat. There we go. Should be about an inch taller now. We'll go Sergio. Yeah, there it is. Just see if we can find. Yeah, i18 next. This would be the first thing I would look at. And I know it's got remix. I'm sure it's been updated to React Router. Yeah, so there's an old version that still supports Remix v2. v7 is compatible with React Router v7. So that is good. So that's what I would look at first, is whatever this tells you to do. I have not actually internationalized a Remix or a React Router v7 app. So I certainly have internationalized React Router apps, but that was a long time ago. So this is what I would look at. Good luck. Hope this helps. And yeah, definitely I welcome an example if you want to put together an example. In fact, I wonder if there is an example. If we go to Epic Stack examples, here we go. i18n. So somebody did make an i18n example. I'm guessing this is a while ago, so might be dated a bit, but it could help a little bit. So I'll throw that link in there too. Yeah, so interesting. So yeah, this originally was made 2 years ago, I guess, and then updated a year ago. Yeah, let's see. Wow, there have been actually like quite a few commits to this. Okay, yeah, so yeah, cool. Definitely give that a look, and I hope that helps. Yeah. Okay, good. Well, we got one question answered, so that's more than I expected. All right, Bruce, explain your flow for a use callback video in a more heuristic way. So Bruce is going through Epic React version 1. So I'm, let me see if I can find that. So we're all looking at the same thing. That'd be Advanced React hooks. Is that what I called it? Yeah. And so then we've got, here's the module for it. Use callback right here. Okay, so explain the flow for a use callback video. Okay, we'll look at the code. Maybe that'll be enough. Deployed version. Is there not a link for the deployed version? Yeah, here we go. Okay, so we look at use callback. This is where you can go between each one of these, and then yeah, caching shows up when we get into use context stuff. And so the question, let's see if we can very easily find the code for this. Source exercise. We're going to go to the finished, or the final. Yeah, I used to organize this. It's way better now, the way it's organized. It's so much easier to find what you're looking for. But yeah, extra 3. So this is the final version of this. We have use callback. And we've got, yeah, use safe dispatch, use async. Yep, okay. Whoa, sorry. Shh. I don't know. Yeah, good. You can't see him. I don't want you to see my 2-year-old baby. All right, so the question is about, where's the async callback defined? Let's find async callback. Where do I use? Oh, okay, that's in the use async. Use async. You're so funny. Okay, yeah, so later on in the exercise, we actually make this better. I think if I remember right, this is 5 years old now, but if I remember right, the original solution requires the user of use async to memoize stuff. So let's look at, we'll just look at the final here. So here's our async callback. This is defined by being a parameter. So if we look at use async, async callback is this right here. That's has nothing to do with JavaScript or with React or hooks or anything. That's just how JavaScript works. And so the idea here is that you pass a callback that is returns a promise, optionally, I guess. And then if a promise is returned, then we're going to kick off the add a then handler to dispatch resolved or dispatch rejected if it rejects. The problem is with this that we have to pass dependencies here, and we don't get our linting help from that. Can be a little bit more dangerous for that reason. You can configure your linter to warn against these ones as well, but yeah, so that is one of the reasons, among others, why we decide to go to this newer API. So anyway, use async is defined by simply being a parameter, or async callback. I see the equivalent defined in the React docs. Then the places you step through are not obvious. Can you use a debugger to show how it flows? Okay, here, and I forgot to say answering this now. So let me actually pull it down, and then we can step through a debugger, because the deployed version is all production, or like it's compiled and minified, and might be harder to like test out and stuff. So, and we just had somebody join the Zoom. Hi, Maddie. If you have a question, just let me finish this one, and then I'll jump in and answer the questions that you have. All right, so npm run dev, or I think it's start. Yeah. Okay. good. This is still like, it's using Webpack and everything. This is 5 years old. It does still work though. And people who get the Epic Mega Bundle, that's the only way to get access to it now, or to acquire access to it. So yeah, anyway, let's go to custom hooks. We'll go to the final version. We'll pull up this. Let me pull this up in my editor as well. So we'll go to 2.js in the final, yeah, right here. And we'll add a debugger right here. So stepping through this, we dive into use async. And, oh, did you bonk your head? What do you want to be off? Oh, you turned my sign off. That's okay. Yeah. Don't touch, please. Thank you. Okay, great. So now we are in the use async. We've got our async callback. That is the function that we passed here. And we have our async reducer. That's going to manage the asynchronous state of that async callback. It's going to start out as idle. Yeah, did you turn it off? You want me to turn it off?
Yeah.
No, I can't. I'm working. Here, can you take this and put it in there? No? Okay. All right, so we set up our reducer. We set up the use effect that will trigger the async callback. So we'll put a breakpoint in there. Then we return our initial state, which is simply status idle with data and error as null. So we'll play through, and now we hit our use effect. And you know what, bud? I can't have you leave. Sorry. Sorry, you have to stay. I can't have you wandering around. Sorry. He's just learned how to open doors, but he can't unlock them yet. So, what do you want? You want a snack? Okay, can you wait like just a second and then I'll go get you a snack? Have you ever tried to negotiate with a 2-year-old? Yeah, it is difficult. Okay, so we called the async callback. Because there's no Pokemon name, it returns undefined, and so that's why we have no promise here. And then we'll continue just do an early return. Then I click on this. We trigger a re-render, which updates the Pokemon name. So we should end up in our use effect here again. If I dive into the async callback now, we do have a Pokemon name. So I can trigger the fetch. And here, let's see if I can step out of that. We now have a promise that's pending. And so I can dispatch pending. Let's see, I don't think that'll update this yet. It needs to paint. But then we attach our then handlers for success and error, resolve and reject. Play through that. That triggers yet another re-render because we dispatched this pending. So we'll hit that debugger, and now we're in our pending state while the request is being made. We get the response that is going to trigger a dispatch of resolved to trigger yet another render. But this time, when we get our state back, that state is going to be resolved and have our data. And that's how we end up with this. So I think if we enter somebody or a Pokemon that doesn't exist, then we're going to get an error. Yep, rejected right there. And same story, we get re-renders. Looks like we're getting a lot of them. Kind of curious why. I think that might have something to do with the error boundary, that sort of thing too. But you want to go get a snack?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I finished with this one. I'm going to pause really quick. And did I say I was answering this? Oh yeah, I did. Okay. So hopefully that answers your question. Bruce, thank you very much. And I'm going to pause really quick and then I'll get to this question. We'll be right back. Where's the break time? Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. All right, and we did have somebody in the Zoom, but they have left. So we're going to just continue. Sorry, I had to run up the stairs to answer this question. So looking at this now. And dive in. Dagadum. Yep, I tried. Have a couple questions, issues with the RC workshop. Whew, sorry. Just finished, and boy, what a ride. Yes. In fact, React server components. They just announced there was a pretty severe vulnerability with RSC. To be clear, we are not vulnerable because this runs locally. You don't ever publish it to the internet, so yeah, you should be totally fine. But it occurs to me, I think we could probably just update React to React DOM and everything would be fine, maybe. Lots of the stuff that we do is inside the temp server React DOM ESM, which is, they don't maintain. I'm sure that they didn't update this to account for that. So I'm not too concerned about that, but if you heard me say RSC and you're like, oh no, there was the big vulnerability, don't worry. It's like, you don't deploy this. And in fact, I tell you, don't deploy these because it's kind of crazy. Anyway, let's, may as well update. Thank you, Cursor, for shipping so much. Sorry, for some reason that just decided to do that. Okay, so let's get, I'm doing a birthday or a Christmas present for my wife. And so if you're seeing Little House on the Prairie stuff, that's what's going on. Okay, first question. At the end of the whole workshop, when you want to do history revalidation, yeah, okay. Yeah, we're going to have to run this one. React server components, where'd you go? And you're right here. We'll run npm start and open. Now you'll get to see the difference between the old version of the workshop app and the new one. And in fact, let's close this down. And we're going to remove advanced React hooks from my machine. Just get it off there. Okay, great. So look, the videos are all in line. So you don't have to worry about like going back and forth between different videos and stuff. It really is just so much better. Okay, so we're talking about the very last one where we're talking about history revalidation. And in the handle pop state function, yeah, so let's just head over to that. Nope, this is right. If we look at our index, handle pop state is right here. So this is our handle pop state function. I think it's this code that we're talking about. I'd like to understand why we need start transition. So start transition is, I think you're talking about this right here. On stream finished. Oh yeah, right here. Okay. I think I know, but let me just make sure I understand your question. And the component just never re-renders, but I don't understand why. It eventually calls the callback pass to usesync external store, which should trigger a change. No more snack. That's all. You all done? Can you throw it away? Thank you. And the value of this React hook, which should trigger re-render of the app. But it never happens. Let's see if we can reproduce that exact same behavior. So we'll just do this, save that. I'm in the solution. So here's a fun little tip. No, I can't turn it off. I'm working right now, bud. Okay, so if you do /app at the end of the URL, then this will show the app for the solution. It's basically the same thing as this. I use it during my development. What's nice is that it, as I navigate between these, now this is showing the problem app. I don't know. I don't know why I showed you that. But anyway, so if we start this, and then let's pop this open in a new tab. We go here, and we go back. Hold on. Handle pop state. trying to remember. Mine seems to re-render. I might. Oh. Something is messed up now. What the? Yeah, I guess that is. I can't even refresh. What the heck? Oh, I see. Okay. Well, yep. Exit that page. Let's start over. Okay, we'll go here. Then we'll go here. And then we'll go here. And then I go back, back, forward, forward. Seems to be working for me. I don't know what that other problem. Oh, and there it is again. That's weird. Maybe this is the problem that you ran into. I don't think that I can give you a proper answer to this. I'm so sorry, Beth. You want me to hold your hand?
Yeah.
What do you want? You want me to get off?
Yeah.
Where are we going?
Okay.
Where are you gonna go? You want me to open it?
I'm not.
No, I've got to stay here. I'm talking to somebody. Okay, give me just 1 second to finish. I'll be 1 second. Okay. I have to wrap it up. I'm sorry. I'm not sure that I can give you a proper answer to this question. I added the start transition for a reason. Sorry, he's not happy with me. Let's see if I can understand it when I watch it. Here, let's do start transition. Yeah, here we go.
So we're going to say on, so we finished. When that fixed promise is finished, then inside of transition, we want to, not start function, start transition, there we go. We want to update our content cache. So content cache set.
Yeah, so I don't explain why this.
Is, the next content promise is actually declared after, and so we need to move this up before. The problem is that this depends on that promise itself. So we're going to move this down, move this over. Now we've got our let, and we've got our const, and everybody's happy. And with that now, we can save. We can come over here and say, hey, let's make sure we refresh, by the way.
Yeah.
Refresh, get the latest content, latest data. Latest
Yeah, so I didn't specifically explain.
There we go.
Oh, that's why. That's what needs to happen is
that
this needs to get updated. So. Let's see. So sorry, little guy, I'm so sorry. Okay, so we're gonna hit this, enter, and now we've got that. And if I go back, you notice that is wrong. And that, did I save this? Yeah, I haven't saved that. Okay, and so that's what you're seeing is you're not seeing a re-render. But now if I come here and I go remove that, and then we go back, you see that gets revalidated. So the question is, why doesn't that re-render trigger like revalidation? Or the revalidation happens, why doesn't it trigger a re-render? Unless it's inside of a start transition. I'm sure that I understood it when I made the video, but now I just, yeah, I can't remember. This was a year ago, I guess, but I should remember. But I should have explained it. Yeah, I would have to ask the team. It's just been such a long time since I've thought about this. This is really low-level stuff that you don't actually do. You use a framework to do this stuff. I don't know. I don't have a good answer for you. I'm sorry. If you find out, then that is super. I'm so sorry. I'm also very distracted by this 2-year-old who I should probably be giving more of my attention to. So. I hope that is helpful at least a little bit. Yeah, thanks everybody for joining for Office Hours, despite the challenge here. And we'll maybe see you next week. I'm never sure whether I can do this, and he really didn't like this. So I don't know if I can do this with him again. So I gotta go. Thanks everybody. We'll see you all in the future. Oh, one other thing I just remembered. Tomorrow I'm launching something really big. And so like keep an eye on your email. If you're not already subscribed to my mailing list, you can go to epicai.pro/newsletter and sign up for that. It's going to be pretty big and exciting. I'm excited about it. All right, now I got to go. Bye.